And we're on.
It's the Sini-Gang with l-boogy.
And Sterno Supernova.
What is going on there, Sterno?
Nothing much. Boogie, how are you doing?
Doing all right. Doing all right.
Mm-hmm.
What is going on?
I don't know. Is this going to be a weird podcast since we're drinking beer in the middle of it, or just normal? I don't know. I don't think you and I have actually been like crazy drunk together, have we? I mean, I've been dumb drunk, like stupid, staggering drunk, but not like we don't do anything crazy. Do we? I don't remember anything. That could be it. I don't
know. I will say, I don't know if I'm proud of this or not. I don't really get that drunk anymore because
you're not sure if you're being proud that you're not getting drunk.
I know
anymore?
that's why I don't know.
You mean that you're older and you passed that point in your life? Is that what you're saying? That
I can drink a lot. Let's just say that I drink. I'm just saying drinking now is not going to get me drunk. I'm just saying that it's going to take a lot more than beer.
So like say we have 4 beers in front of us. These are Game of Thrones, right?
These are by a brewery called l-boogy.
Right. So you're saying if you drank all 4 of these, I didn't even look at the alcohol content. The 4?
They're probably like 5%. I don't know. 4. I can't see it. They're tiniest. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, so you're saying if you drink all 4 of these beers.
Well, actually, I think this one says 8.4, but or 6.4.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're saying if you drank all 4 of these beers by yourself, you wouldn't be drunk?
Yeah.
Oh.
The next one would be 7.5. Mm-hmm. That one is a stout. The one we're drinking now is an ale.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, this one would be another 6.6. And the last one, which is a barley wild ale, is a whopping 10.7.
Oh.
Now that one might give me a little something.
Yeah.
But
you've done stronger than that.
All the time.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Hence.
You don't get drunk that much anymore.
I can drink and it's just normal. In fact, it is normal.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying drinking would not affect, in my mind, it doesn't affect my normal everyday, whatever I do, daily routine.
Right. You don't drink daily, do you?
Not daily, but I drink.
Then we have to think about it.
Because I'm trying to think of what daily is, which would mean every day.
Yeah, daily every day.
I drink maybe every other day.
Okay.
Maybe 4 times a week.
So you're beyond social drinker. You're just like a moderate drinker, right? You would call that.
I guess so.
That would be a fair way of putting it.
That's why I'm trying to differentiate what daily drinking is.
Because I drink in special occasions, socially. If we're out in a bar, I'll drink, but I wouldn't consider myself a regular drinker.
And part of why I drink is socially. It's right. Socially.
Yeah.
And I drink during the week to maintain my connections with my friendly bartenders and.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure where you're going with that.
Yeah, basically, I have a routine. During the week. I will hit up restaurant A, bar B, brewery C, bar D, and say hi to my peoples.
Right.
And when I'm there, I will grab a drink.
Yeah.
And then maintain my, give my little chit chat on just enough, to keep the rapport. And basically, so they won't forget who I am.
Right.
And then it pays dividends later on during the weekends.
Yeah.
Or special occasions when I'm out and about, like a Saturday night, a bunch of people coming with me. We go to we hit up bar A.
Yep.
And I walk in and it's like, hey, l-boogy.
l-boogy the regular.
Yeah.
He gets regular status, which means, you get like consideration and.
Or I
didn't want to go into details, but
yeah.
Whatever that means to the particular bar and particular bartender, but yeah.
And it's impressive to I don't know if it's impressive to girls I bring there, but
in your mind, it's really impressive.
and they do. If I were to bring a special someone to one of these establishments, they do work with me. The people at the people I know, they will.
Mm-hmm. So in your mind, you're like, "Ooh, l-boogy is so popular. People know him. He's got either."
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
So it's I do the work. It's work during the week.
Yeah.
Visiting all these places, drinking all these drinks, and it pays dividends on the weekends.
Right.
When I use.
I totally understand that. I mean, yeah.
And in doing that, I built up my tolerance to alcohol.
Yeah, because if like me, if you don't drink that often, my tolerance isn't what it could be. It's not that great, but it's it's okay. I know people that are way less tolerant than I am, so less. They can't hold the liquor nearly as well as I can. So, but I wouldn't say I could hang with guys like l-boogy or other people that drink more regularly.
Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm proud of that, but it's what I do. It's what I do.
So you're not sure if you're proud that you don't drink as much?
No, I'm not proud that I do drink a lot.
Okay, I wasn't sure which part you were not feeling the pride for, because it sounded like you were like, oh, no. I'm not proud that I don't go around as much and drink.
No, I'm not proud that I do go around a lot.
No, and drink. Okay, you're doing your gallivanting, as our parents would say.
But like I said, it's work. It's not for pleasure. It's for work.
I sound weird when you say it, but I know what you mean exactly. I mean, it's like you want to keep those relationship channels open. I get it, and you want to, because if you don't show your face anymore, then you're not a regular. You don't have, and then you wasted all that time. You lose that status.
Yep.
So there you go.
Yep. And it's not just alcohol and beer places.
Restaurants.
Yeah, restaurants. Some other establishments. I like to keep I become friends with these people, so I'd like to
again, the rapport.
Yeah, frequent their businesses. It's like especially if like a Filipino-owned business in Virginia Beach. If it's a Filipino-owned business, I tend to try to get to know the owners or whatever, and then I will try to visit them often to make sure, hey, I'm still here supporting.
Right.
And that you've been with me when I said, oh, I got to go visit this person, even though I don't want to get anything from them, but haven't been there in a while. Want to see them, say hi, et cetera, et cetera,
et cetera, et cetera. Yep. I know. I do that to a lesser degree. You're way more into it than I am. Like there was one restaurant near where I work. I was frequenting for a while, then I stopped, and I'm looking. I was like, I don't even know if they're still open. It's like, oh no, it's my fault. Like I don't know. I'm just I don't. It's not like I order a lot from them. I just feel like I wasn't there to support them. I don't know if they're doing okay or not, because they're not open as much as they used to be.
So we're drinking beer. Why
beer?
We're drinking Game of Thrones beer because we're going to watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah, this is premiere night for the first episode of the new and final season 8 of Game of Thrones.
How much of a fan are you of Game of Thrones? Are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm about an 8.5.
Good one. I'm like a 7.
I mean, here's my. This is why I say 8.5.
Okay, go ahead.
I read all the books of the main series.
That puts you way over 5.
Yeah, not including like the extra books. There's been a bunch of little tertiary books that he's written, and I watched every episode at least 2 or 3 times, and I go back and watch them. I watch reaction videos of people watching the episodes. So, but I don't know all the different. There's some guys that are 10, and I'm not gonna hang with them. So 8.5 is a nice safe estimate of my level. And you said you're 7?
7-ish.
7.3.
7.2. I didn't read the books, but
yeah,
I haven't seen every episode twice. I've seen several episodes twice. I've seen a lot of episodes once. I've seen some episodes 5 times.
Right.
So, I don't remember everyone's names.
That was one of the hardest things reading the books, because I was like, I'm not going to remember these people. And there's actually an appendix in the back of the first book, and I had to constantly refer to that. And eventually, the important people start to rise to the surface and the other people kind of fall away.
Since you're an 8.5,
right?
Has there ever been an Asian on Game of Thrones? Do you know of one? I mean, you can say Jason Momoa. He's Hawaiian.
True. Well, there's the parts where they're in Essos.
Yeah,
there might have been some Asians that I'm trying to think if I remember seeing anything that were specifically Asian.
I don't know of any Asians that have been on Game of Thrones. I believe they filmed this in New Zealand.
Right.
There are Asians in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Come on, people.
But, they might not be obviously Asian because they could be wearing tons of armor or whatever, or you don't know. I'm just trying to think.
There has to be.
Some of them, I mean, the ethnicity is kind of
the lines blur.
You don't know because if they don't have a speaking part, you can't even tell if they have an accent or. I mean,
no one's even close to being Asian. I don't think. Like I said, the closest one is the Dothraki.
No, wait a minute.
Who?
The one who played Colleen Wing in.
Oh yeah, good one.
Yeah, in Iron Fist. She's
Jessica Henwick.
Yeah, she's Asian.
Jessica Henwick, and
she was one of the Sand Snakes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Who later on played what's her name on Iron Fist?
Colleen Wing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she's a good one.
That's the best I can think of.
I mean, and the other chick, she's Maori.
Right, the one who was in the Nativity, and the one, the whale one,
Whale Rider.
Whale Rider, yeah. The whale one. I couldn't even get Whale Rider out of that.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Nativity one.
She played Virgin Mary, and
there's a movie called Nativity.
Yeah, I think it's called Nativity.
I don't know.
There was a little bit of controversy because I think she was either pregnant or something where it was like she's not a virgin anymore, and she's playing the Virgin Mary. Like, oh, okay, whatever.
So yeah, Jessica Henwick.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Game of Thrones. You just redeemed yourself with that one.
This one. You got that one Asian. I'm sure there are other ones that we just don't know.
I'm trying to think.
There's tons of these army scenes. I'm sure they're in there. You can't see them as extra if you count.
I don't want to count an extra. Okay. I don't want to count extra number 5021. You know.
Yeah. I get you.
I want someone who at least has a name.
Right.
Yeah, Jessica Henwick's a good one.
Yeah, it's the only one I could think of.
I believe she got cast in something recently. I don't remember what, but. So yeah, Jessica Henwick, and we're pushing it with Jason Momoa. I don't know if agents have claimed him yet,
but we will eventually.
I think we should.
Little doubt. Yeah, I might as well. Wait, what is he? Hawaiian?
Yeah, he's Hawaiian, but I don't know what kind of Hawaiian.
Yeah. And if you don't, you shouldn't figure it out. Hawaiian is like Filipino. Like, what kind of Filipino? What are you more of? But yeah,
good one with Jessica Henwick.
Thanks.
Like I said, redeemed the Game of Thrones.
So I think that earned my 8.5 status. I able to pull her out of my whatever. So
I mean, but they obviously they do have their chances to put Asians on the show, and they just haven't.
Right. I mean, I'm trying to think of any Dothraki looked Asian, but they all look kind of middle.
Like I said, there's only a couple that have like names or actual bigger parts. And,
you're right.
Yeah. I mean, I know you don't watch Westworld.
No.
But they made a big effort to put Asians. In fact, they did a freaking Asian episode.
Oh.
They did a whole episode and made everyone Asian.
Did they really?
That is how awesome Westworld is. Oh. They took Westworld and they said, let's flip it and make Westworld
Eastworld?
Eastworld. And
oh, wow.
The exact same people Asian. It is so awesome.
Did it? That does sound cool.
It was cool. They're like, oh, you're the Asian Dorothy. Mm-hmm. Oh, instead of Western fighting, we're samurai fighting.
Ah.
Oh. It's not that's not really a spoiler or anything. It's sort of an episode.
Okay.
Yeah, I give Westworld props for that because yeah, there's Asians all over that. Even in the regular Westworld part, there's Asians. But Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones. What do you? We don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and I'm intentionally not trying to research it heavily. You know, I don't even want to read people.
Well, nobody knows anything.
Well, I know, but
nobody knows anything. You can research.
I don't want the speculation because sometimes someone might do a nice educated guess and figure it out.
I'm gonna give you my educated guess.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead for it. Go for it. I knew you were gonna do something like that.
What? Am I spoiling anything for you? No,
go for it. Go ahead.
I'm a 7.3 and you're an 8.5, so anything I say should be obvious to you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So Game of Thrones. For all of you who don't watch Game of Thrones, just stick with us for the next few minutes.
Yeah, there might be minor spoilery stuff.
No, there's no spoilers because I don't know crap.
Well, yeah, but if you're telling people stuff,
I know nothing.
People that might not have gotten into it at all, you might be giving away a little bit.
No.
Okay, go ahead. Go for it then.
So, who do I think is going to get the throne at the end of it all? The show's all about who's going to win the throne.
The Iron Throne.
The Iron Throne. So, who do you think who am I going to pick to win the throne? I pick nobody. I think the throne gets destroyed. I think it leads to a different style of government. Right now, it's about kings and monarchies and queens I believe destroying the throne is basically going to say, yo, screw all this queens and monarchies and all that. We're going to go democracy. They're going to go political with that. That's my thinking.
Yeah, democracy.
It might not be democracy, but they're going to destroy the throne and create.
Yeah, I'm trying to frame my answer without giving away stuff too. I don't want to be spoiler in case someone, But I mean,
that's my thinking.
I'm thinking I'm gonna guess Arya might be the one. Just because it's so not that's out of left field. That's what I'm saying.
Nah,
I don't know. That would be funny if it was her.
That's the point. It's not going to be funny.
Not funny.
It'd be funny. It'd be hot pie.
I'm not saying funny, hot. Not funny, hot. But she's not one of the people that wants the throne, so she could be the one.
And I don't think the show is that kind of show where they would be like, "Let's go out in left field and pick." Pick Arya.
I mean, I'm in the common ground where I want John to be the one.
Jon Snow
beyond Danny. I mean, I don't know. If it was just between those two, I would pick John.
Another prediction of mine: one of them are going to kill the other one. John is going to kill Danny, or Danny's going to kill John. I think John will kill Daenerys.
You think so?
Yes, and it would be in order to sacrificing one of them for the common good.
I don't see that. I see one of them sacrificing for the other, killing, putting their life in.
No, I think one is going to have to kill the other.
Oh, I thought one would be like one would get killed by the Night King.
No.
Okay.
I think one will kill the other.
All right.
I don't know why yet, but it's a prediction. Like I said, I know nothing. Jon Snow. I know nothing.
I'm more mad at myself for laughing at that than anything else. Like, damn it, I laughed at him. Just say I nothing, Jon Snow.
We know Queen Cersei is pregnant.
Yeah.
I believe she will lose her baby.
Yeah.
And that will make her go crazy. Like
I figured.
I mean, she's already crazy, but
I thought she would die before giving birth. That's what I kind of figured. I don't know about.
I think she will kill her brother lover. And I don't know what else. There's going to be a lot of deaths. I can tell you that.
That one's not even a prediction. That's just like an obvious.
Who do you think's the first one to die?
Oh, season 8?
Yes, of this new season. Who do you think will be the first one to die?
Oh, damn.
Main character. Don't give me
no.
Don't give me no side character. There's some that are fringe character, main, but
damn, I can't think of anybody that's.
I think they're going to go strong right off the bat. I think they're going to go strong with Jaime Lannister. I think.
Would you consider Bronn a main character?
He's French.
Yeah, he's French. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, he would. People love him, but I don't know if he's not main character.
Yeah, he could die, and it won't really.
Yeah.
Affect too much on the show.
Yeah.
Same thing with like Tormund.
Yeah, he's a fan favorite, but yeah, he could die, and the show would be like, well, okay, sad.
Yeah. In fact, where we're left off, we don't know if he's alive or not, but
right.
Because I don't know if you've seen any.
Yeah, I've seen. Okay. I've seen stuff.
He's alive in the trailer, so. So yeah,
so the trailer spoiled that one.
Yeah, but anyways, like we didn't know if he was alive or dead, anyways. So we're like, well, maybe he's dead. Oh well.
Yeah.
No.
I can't think of a main one dying. Like, I don't think a main character is going to die in the first episode.
Oh, I think they're going to go all right off the bat. Now, there's only 6 episodes, I believe, right?
Right. Yeah.
They got to go fast.
Yeah,
they got to go fast. You can't like save it for a special episode. All 6 episodes are going to be special episodes. Right. All 6 episodes are going to like hit you in the gut for some way or another. So,
yeah, the other people that I would think are possible to die are they're so fringe. They're not main characters.
Sansa Stark,
she's not going to be the first main character.
I think she will go quick.
I don't think
she's been dating Joe Jonas. I mean, she's married. She just married one of the Jonas brothers.
So that's enough to kill her.
She's been busy. She hasn't had time.
I think aren't they done filming the season already?
Yeah.
I think she's okay if that's her rationale. But
when did she have time to do the show? She had all this time to gallivant with the Jonas
doing
brothers.
The X-Men movie, being Dark Phoenix. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. She's at all this stuff that she's doing.
Yeah.
She hasn't had time. She did one episode of Game of Thrones and she was free to do everything else. All right, I'm opening the second beer.
All right. Well,
we just finished.
Let me kill this one.
We finished what was called the Queen. This bottle is called the Queen.
All right.
This was the Queen of the Seven Kingdoms. This was the sour blonde ale.
Right.
And all of these are warm.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know we were going to be drinking them right away.
Yeah.
You want to go porter? You want to go barley wine?
You just take me where you want to go.
Smoke.
I'm good with whatever.
Let's go stout.
Stout.
This one is the King of the North.
So we went Queen to King.
We went Queen in the North. King in the North. We went from Queen of the Seven Kingdoms, which was I believe Cersei.
Yeah.
So now we're drinking King in the North, which I believe would be the Jon Snow beer.
Right. Stout.
I'm not a stout guy, but they're heavy beers for me.
Yeah. All right.
It's very it smells good. Well, it smells like a stout. It's chocolatey smelling. Like, I don't know if that's correct, but to me it smells like chocolate.
Are you gonna start saying I get notes of, and I don't know, all those connoisseur terms?
It's all right. It's actually pretty good.
All right.
Obviously, we've never had any of these.
Yeah.
It's a very, like I said, it's a stout. If you don't know what a stout is, it's a dark. It's like a syrupy dark.
Damn, it's like chocolate milk in the first.
No, that's what I said. It's like chocolate.
It's not just light chocolate. It's like chocolate milk the first sip. I'm like, good God.
Like chocolate syrup.
God dang.
Yeah, I like that. Like I said, I'm not a stout guy, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's good. But that's a lot of chocolate. That's more than I expected when you said chocolate. Wow.
Said it right off the bat, chocolate.
Yeah, but I mean, almost, yeah, it's got a really strong chocolate flavor.
I like it.
Yeah, it's good. Should we have been rating these things? I don't know.
The beers?
Yeah. Nah. Okay, that's not.
I actually do rate beers.
Right.
I have an app, which I will probably rate these later.
You remember what you thought of the Queen? Was it just a Queen?
Yeah. I give that a 6.3. I'm on Untapped, if you guys know Untapped. That's the app. And this King in the North will probably go, well, actually not 6. I'm doing the wrong scale. This is out of 5.
Oh, okay.
That would be, so Queen, the Queen in the Untapped app, I will give a 3.4. Okay. And then the King in the North, I will probably up that to 3.8.
Not quite a 4. Not quite a 4.
Not yet. Let me keep drinking.
It may change when you're only at the very beginning of the drink.
It is better than I expected, though. I mean, see, part of the high score is, the shock that it took right away that I liked it. I had lower expectations.
Right.
So
that's kind of how I think about this season. I'm trying to keep my expectations for the show in check.
This is the final season of one of the greatest shows of all time.
You know what I like about this show?
Don't have low expectations.
Well, no, this show, when it was based on when it was still following the books, had a lot of build up and a lot of work to get to certain points in the book, certain plot points. So when they paid off, the payoff felt really awesome. And then the last season, season 7, was fun and was good to watch, but there's a lot more payoffs back to back to back, which to me don't make it's not as impactful, Well,
it was. I will say it was rushed.
Yeah. So I'm wondering how this season's going to be. If it's nonstop, action without any real. I don't know if it becomes just another fantasy show with a great budget and great acting, but not the same writing level. It's not going to be as the writing to me is what made it so awesome beyond just everything else. It took it to the next level. If writing isn't quite the same level,
See, I'm not in the same mindset. I'm like, we did 6.5, 7 seasons of good writing. Just give me freaking dragons killing people.
I just wonder,
and murders, and
all I want's a freaking dragon. That's all I want.
I just want people killing each other for 6 straight episodes.
Yeah, but you could get that like, what were the dragon movies? What's that stupid one with the blue dragon?
Aragon or something? I don't know. I never saw it.
There's the Reign of Dragons. There's something. I mean, like, dragons are good, but
no. But the thing is, I'm now invested in the show. I'm invested in the characters. So they did the build up so we can get the awesome dragon fighting and murders and
like I said, I still love the show. I'm just trying to keep myself from over expecting. I don't want myself to be disappointed. I'd rather be like, ooh, this is better than I thought it was going to be. I'm trying to keep my expectations to a certain level.
I want zombies to start ruling the world.
Like, isn't that's already happened, right?
Yeah, that's what I want. I want the White Walkers to start running things.
I mean, this show had like characters that hadn't seen each other for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 seasons, all of a sudden reunite, and that was enough. It was like, oh my god, they're seeing each other for the first time in forever. They were kids left, that kind of stuff. It wasn't even that big of like an action scene. They were just them hugging, and I was like, oh my god, that's so awesome,
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was because it paid off after a long.
I know, and we've had all our payoffs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want it to be, I don't know. I'll watch it. I'm going to enjoy it. I know that. I just don't want it to. I'm just trying to keep myself from being disappointed. Is what I'm saying.
I'm already at the point where, like,
it's not like they can't.
Yeah, they can't screw it up anymore unless they.
Are you sure?
Unless they do something stupid like make Arya the the queen.
Arya gets the Iron Throne. What the hell were you thinking?
That's how they screw it up.
They all end up in prison together, and I don't know.
That's how they.
Or they just fade to black for no reason, and that'd be it.
And like I said, I have enough faith in the showrunners to know they're not going to do something stupid like that, where they do something out of left field, not in continuation of the quality programming they've already done.
Okay.
If they had changed people or whatever, or changed showrunners or whatever, I'd worry. But
okay, do you prefer, like, what if Game of Thrones had kind of kept under the radar? Would you have been more happy, or do you like being part of a big fandom that's gotten all the people on the bandwagon? And what's your preference?
I know what you're saying, because
yeah,
I have this dilemma with a lot of shows.
Uh-huh.
Breaking Bad was the same way,
right?
But with Game of Thrones, I'm actually good with everyone jumping on the bandwagon. I would like everyone to watch Game of Thrones. Okay. I would like everyone to be part of the conversation, because it's such a conversation style of show.
Right.
It's the kind of show where you do have to talk about what you've seen or what's happening and all that.
Right.
Whereas other shows, I don't know, because some shows are, the coolness factor is the fact that it's cool and nobody else is watching it.
Right. And once that happens, that goes away. It's like, oh, okay.
It starts getting diluted with some stuff. I do have shows like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some shows now that I am on. I'm wondering. There's a show called Atlanta. I know you don't watch it.
Right.
It's probably my favorite show right now,
mm-hmm.
or when it's on, because it hasn't been on in like a year. But Atlanta, nobody. Well, I know like 5 people that watch it. To me, it's an amazing show. It's won Golden Globes or whatever. It's an amazing show. Like if you were to ask me what's a better show, Game of Thrones in Atlanta, I would say Atlanta. And I know a lot of people will stone me for saying that, but but Atlanta fans are giving me high fives right now.
Okay.
And it's cool. And like I said, it's because so many people don't watch it. The few of us that do watch it, we have like this brotherhood. When I find someone who does watch it, and we have conversation about it, it's cool.
Right.
Unlike Game of Thrones, where I can go to a bar and just say, "Hey, who watches Game of Thrones?" and the whole bar will be on the conversation.
Yeah.
In fact, me and our friend Ghostface went to a bar last night, and they were having Game of Thrones night.
Yeah.
In fact, we went because it was Game of Thrones night. And we were sort of disappointed because of the lack of people dressed up as Game of Thrones characters. But yeah, they were showing Game of Thrones on the TV, which is awkward because there's a lot of nudity.
Yeah, I was about to say, one thing that kind of makes it sort of this show can't have universal appeal is because there's a lot of nudity, there's a lot of questionable sexual things, there's a lot of I have a coworker and she was like, oh, I should get on Game of Thrones. I'm like, yeah, it's a good show. And then I was like, well, there's a lot of this and this and this, because she's like hyper Christian. She's a minister, she's a counselor.
Yep. And some of the themes of the show are sort of anti-Christian.
Sort of. Yeah. I mean, it's anti-religion and basically in like the whole chunk of it. But so there is just by the nature of the show, there's a bunch of people that just won't watch it. I mean, some people will see like, oh, look at this. It's all swords and dragons and it's not my thing. And that's fine. But then other people are like, oh, I heard it's too much nudity and there's too much gratuitous violence and there's really grossness. And I'm like, yeah. So, I mean, it's not universal, but it's enough people now that I feel like, yeah, I don't know if critical points is the way of putting it, but the fandom is big. It's huge. And I don't know, a lot of times, different shows I've been part of, the fandom, it gets a little nasty sometimes, when certain people get involved with it.
Yeah, that's the problem I have with Atlanta. Atlanta is such a show that you really need to dig deep into every episode of what's it saying, what's the themes of the show. And if you took the show on its surface and just saw, just don't think about it and you just take it for what it is. Some episodes are just way out there and weird. Mm-hmm. And then the fact that if you had the common man watching it, if you had like everyone watching it, a lot of people say, man, this is stupid. They should have done this. They should have done this. And it sort of turns people away.
Right.
You get haters.
Yeah.
There's so less haters. There's not that many haters right now on the show Atlanta. In fact, everyone I know who watches it loves it. There's no haters that I know. Mm. Unlike Game of Thrones, where you have haters on a lot of things.
Oh yeah.
Because there's so many people. You're so many people. You get a better chance of getting haters, and that turns you off on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's that same thing happened with Breaking Bad. That's what I was trying to say. Breaking Bad at the beginning, I was like, this is awesome. Everyone should watch it. And then everyone started watching it. Then people started complaining about stuff.
Yeah. It becomes kind of like a fashionable thing to be a hater. Like you said, to be a hater, because it's like, oh, it's liked by so many people. Oh, that's because you guys just aren't smart enough to know what's wrong with it.
And everyone thinks they're experts too.
Yeah.
I hate people who think they know everything about the show, and I love it when they get proven wrong or whatever. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's one thing I hate is when people. I mean, when people are like think they're experts on something. I'm not saying I'm an expert on anything. Like I said, my predictions for this Game of Thrones stuff is
just I know
it's pure speculation. I know nothing. I really do know nothing, and I think it's fun to speculate.
Right. I mean, neither one of us is doing it that seriously. I just kind of threw that out of there for the Arya thing, but I don't know. It's like I said, I'm enjoying it, and I'm trying to keep myself from getting overly overjoyed. I'm just gonna enjoy it watch the episode and take it as it comes.
And I am like, yo, bring it on! It's time.
Right.
I am on hype level 10. I brought freaking Game of Thrones beer.
I was like, yeah. I was like, I can't find my Game of Thrones pop figures. Oh, dang it.
I have Game of Thrones Oreos. I didn't bring them.
What? You didn't bring them?
Well, I've been eating them already.
Oh, okay.
I've already been eating them.
Right.
So I have the Game of Thrones Oreos. I have the Game of Thrones beer. And these aren't the only Game of Thrones beers I have. I have.
You gave me Game of Thrones wine.
I have a collection of them. I have Game of Thrones shoes. So.
Oh, this came in already?
I'm wearing them now. Well, not now because we're in the house and we're Filipino.
Right.
But I wore them here.
I'll look at them near the doorway.
I have the If you know, I have the
Ice Kings.
Huh?
The one that looks like the Ice King or the Night King.
The White Walkers. No, I didn't get the White Walker ones. Although I had a choice between the White Walker ones and the Targaryen dragon ones, and I went with Targaryen dragons.
Well, you can't go wrong with Targaryen dragons.
Well, the White Walkers were nice. My problem with the White Walkers were they're so white. I didn't want to get them dirty.
Okay.
They're Ultra Boost. They're Adidas Ultra Boost, and I know I'd be wearing them a lot. I like the Targaryen dragon ones were both orange and black. Way more orange than I expected. Simulating fire. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. And the White Walkers were white to simulate
white
ice. Yeah. But yeah, now and then after I bought them, I was like, man, let me find the White Walkers, and I can't find them anywhere.
Right.
And in a way, I'm sort of glad I can't find them anywhere because as soon as I find them, I'm going to buy them.
Oh, so that's just money gone when you see them.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So part of me wants to buy them, part of me doesn't want to buy them.
Right.
Because I already have one, but man, I like them. I had them in my cart at one time, and I didn't pull the trigger. I regret it. But they're expensive. It's the shoe game, though.
Yeah.
Be glad you're not in it.
Yeah, I'm glad. It should be one more thing, and I'm already in too much stuff that I don't need to be part of.
Like they have 6 different versions of the Adidas Game of Thrones Ultra Boost. And
you have 2, right?
No, I have 1.
Oh, I thought you got another one too.
No, I wanted to get the White Walkers.
I thought you got one beyond the Targaryen
ones.
I
got the Targaryens. That's it.
Oh, I thought you mentioned
they have Stark. Else. The Starks have one that is pretty nice.
Oh, I was under the impression that you got something else beyond that.
Night Watch. These things are $200 each.
Well, yeah, but that's you. That's you're in the shoe game. I figured that's part of the. You'd gotten those to at least resell or something.
Yeah, and it was hard for me to put them on my feet to wear, to undead stock them. Which means, I can sell them, but for less price now.
Right.
But Game of Thrones is on, so I had to wear them.
Right.
I had to wear them.
You don't collect swords or anything, do you?
Nope, I'm not weird.
Okay, just checking. Why do you ask? I was tempted to get some.
Why do you ask? Game of Thrones swords?
Yeah, I was tempted, but I mean, in the same way, I was tempted to get some Lord of the Rings swords too. But I was able to resist those. But I really thought about it.
What kind of swords are they?
Like the long sword, like the one that Jon Snow's sword. Oh crap! I just
Long Claw.
Long Claw. I blanked on it.
7.5. I mean, 8 point whatever. 5.
I was actually imagining it like in my mind, and when you asked me the name, I was like, "Oh shoot! I just lost the name." Yeah, Long Claw. There's other ones too, but I mean, there's Ice. Eddard Stark sword, but that's the sword destroyed anyway. So anyway. Yeah.
Do you think Game of Thrones is big in the Philippines?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Because
it's not a very...
like I said, I used to watch... I do watch reaction videos to Game of Thrones sometimes. And I know there was one where it was like... I want to say it was either Rio de Janeiro or some other country you wouldn't expect them to be part of the fandom. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Philippines had it. I mean, I don't know. I don't see why not. I don't know how well. I mean,
yeah, because I don't know how big fantasy shows are over there.
No. There's a lot of stuff like mythology and
but
stuff.
Not dragons and queens and kings kind of fantasy,
right?
Dungeons and Dragons style of fantasy. I mean, I'm not sure. Yeah. For all we know, it's phenomenon in the Philippines.
There's people with capes and fur like collars because of this.
I mean, I'm not saying people in the Philippines don't like it, because I know of people in the Philippines that do watch the show, but I'm just saying, is it a phenomenon over there like some other things could be?
Right. I have no idea.
It would be cool though, like I said, to have Asians on the show. And that's the one thing that, I mean, I understand why they don't, but
yeah.
You know Westworld. You know why Westworld has Asians? I mean, I don't know why, but
wait. So
well,
what do you? Saying?
I have a theory.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Because one of the showrunners are a husband and wife team. The wife, her name is Lisa Joy. She's Asian.
Okay.
And she's very into getting Asians work in Hollywood.
Okay.
Basically, she's one of these that are on the forefront of getting Asians on TV and all that.
Right.
So the fact that she is running one of the biggest shows on TV, you know, hence she's Asian and she wants to put Asians on TV. So she puts Asians on her show. Hence the whole episode about Asians.
That's cool.
I can't get over that. I just had a realization there, while we're talking about this stuff.
Okay. So that's your theory? Is that because of the showrunner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Whereas the showrunners of Game of Thrones,
two white guys.
Yeah, DB. I want to say DB Sweeney, but the white guys.
Yeah, written by, and the whole thing was written by a white guy.
Yeah, George R. R. Martin. But
right.
What are their names? DB Weiss or whatever.
I don't know.
They're known as D&D or something. They're both of their names start with D.
D&D.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both of their names, David Benioff or something, and DB something.
Right.
So
probably flashed on the screen a second ago because we're watching behind the scenes.
Yeah, one of them went to high school or went to college with what's her name? I just drew a blank on her name. The black chick. She's on The Talk. She's a voice on Archer.
The one who was on Friends for a while.
Yes.
The comedian.
Is she a comedian? Well, she does. She's funny.
The one who was the boss's girlfriend.
Yeah.
She's a comedian. She was Oh, I don't remember.
I just drew a blank on her name because I love this chick.
I forgot her name too.
I listened to her podcast, which stopped like a year ago, but I just drew a blank. I'm looking it up now because it's gonna kill me. But Aisha Tyler.
Oh, right.
And she has a good ass podcast too. But like I said, she hasn't done it in a while. But Aisha Tyler, she's really good friends with one of the showrunners of Game of Thrones. So I was listening to one of her podcasts a while ago, and he was on the show, and he was about to spill a lot of stuff. He did spill a lot of stuff.
Did he? He really spilled stuff?
No, that's not spoilerish. Oh. But he talked about like how they make the show and how, because the show is ahead of the books now. And
oh yeah.
And plus, like I said, this is like 2 years ago. So anything he talked about is already out there.
Right.
But yeah, he talks about how when they're making the show, they consult with they look at what the audience is watching and how they react to certain things, stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah. Like if they notice a certain character is
popular,
yeah, they will start featuring them, or they will do more with the person, even if there's like a side character. Maybe
I don't know why that bothers me, just hearing that. I mean, I'm just like, again, because I was one of the guys that read the books and then watches the series and liked the.
Well, the guy who's writing the book is the same way. If he finds out that the people reading the books are fans of a certain person, he will kill them.
So he's that same way in the opposite.
Yeah, and he tweets. I don't know if you follow his Twitter, George R. R. Martin. He's funny on his Twitter, but
no, I don't follow his Twitter.
Yeah, he talks about oh, you guys like this, and what do you guys think about doing this? So,
oh, they're dead.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the next beer.
All right.
Next beer. Do you want to go smoky porter or
wherever you want to go? I'm there with you.
The barley. Let's go with the barley wine, 10%er.
All right.
I mean, it's not a twist off.
None of them have been twist off. What do you think that would be different?
Well, I didn't try to twist off.
You can look at the bottle and see it's not a twist off.
Sometimes you don't know if it's twist off until you try to twist it.
I mean, can't you tell just by the way the glass is?
No.
I always thought they had like a little bit of
there have been times that I didn't know they're twist offs, and I popped them off. And
I mean, usually twist off. I thought it had like a screw shape, like to make it obviously a twist off.
All right, this one is the hand of the king.
Oh, so this is
depends on who you're talking
about.
Yeah,
I know. Like, is this Tyrion? Is this
Tyrion Lannister,
or his father, or is it
Eddard Stark? It could be Ned Stark,
or is it that one guy that's like the hand for Cersei that's experimenting on people?
Yeah,
I forgot his name. He's a minor character. If he dies, it wouldn't matter.
I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this one. There you go. It's very. I mean, it's a barley wine ale. It's Hand of the Queen, so that would make it.
That chocolate one kind of like.
Yeah, it's still in my breath.
I know.
The chocolate one. This is Hand of the Queen, so that would make it Tyrion, or not Tyrion.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyrion. It depends on which time.
Hand of the Queen. Okay.
Yeah. It is a barley wine ale.
No, that's fine. It's smooth. I don't have any problem with it. It's just nothing like
it is. There's nothing to it.
Nothing offensive by it. It's just there it is.
It's smooth, but it's nothing.
It's forgettable to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, like I said, it's fine. I would drink it. There's no problem with drinking it. Got a little bitterness in the front, which is fine, and it's got a little smooth finish.
It's all right.
Yeah. No, it's nothing. Like I said, it's inoffensive. Nothing really to write home about.
3.5.
Oh, that's out of 5. Okay. I forgot you were doing the 5-point scale. It's like, that's harsh. 3.5 out of 10. 3.5 out of 5.
All right.
I can agree with that. I might even go a little bit lower.
Do you think a Filipino style of Game of Thrones show would work? Well, I mean, I guess it wouldn't work with King. Well, I don't know the history of the Philippines enough to know about kings and queens and all that. But I mean, and when I'm saying kings and queens, I'm talking about medieval times.
I don't know if it was
like a medieval Filipino show.
I don't know if it was last episode or the one before. We talked about the curse of the golden flower. Is that right? Or and that was like, to me, a side of the Chinese culture I hadn't seen before.
Yeah, so China has been working with this kind of stuff,
right?
In a way.
Yeah, and then so it was different from what I understood. Although I had seen some other Chinese flicks. So if you get the people immersed in this unique culture, and you lay it out nice, and it could work. I mean, are you talking about they follow Philippine culture? Or are you talking about just put
no, just put Filipinos in this thing.
Oh, wasn't that? Yeah,
but I mean, it could follow in a way. Like you were saying, Curse of the Golden Flower.
You're talking about brownwashing it?
No, not brownwashing it, but making a show in the Philippines with this style of show.
It's almost going to be like a telenovela, right? I mean,
no, that's the thing is I don't want it to be like a telenovela. I want it to be like Curse of the Golden Flower was for China, where it talked about a royal family.
I don't know enough about Filipino TV.
It doesn't have to be TV. It can be
I'm just saying, like, honestly, I haven't seen enough Filipino movies that weren't like rom-coms to.
And that's what I'm saying. There isn't any. There isn't any like a Game of Thrones.
There aren't any at all?
Not that I know of. If there are any,
I
don't think it's popular, but
I just figured I hadn't seen them. I didn't know there weren't that many out there.
I don't know anything like it.
Oh.
And that's why I don't know if it would work.
Huh.
For all I know, it would be awesome.
Yeah.
To have like a royal family style of show.
Right.
I mean, like I said, I don't know. I don't think there was ever a king in the Philippines, but
I don't know.
To do a royal family style of show in the Philippines would be weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sorry to say I don't know enough about. Well, if you're using actual Filipino culture, I don't know enough about it to envision how it would work, because I know it's not the same with European culture.
Yeah,
obviously. So, I mean, I know that the Philippines before the introduction of Spanish culture was more matriarchal.
Yep.
So that would be interesting, honestly. To see how
and don't get us wrong, we know there are a lot of mythological shows already, and we know there are a lot of white ladies and Aswang style shows.
Capres and what's the other thing? Oh, I just blanked on it. Oh, Duendes. I know of those, but I don't know enough about. Like, I wish I knew more about Philippine mythology and Philippine like the equivalent of King Arthur's court. Is there something like that equivalent in the Philippines?
See, that's what I don't think so. I don't think there is.
No,
but I don't know.
I mean,
and why not? Why can't we make a show of King Arthur?
I mean, we can fictionalize it, no problem. That's not a big deal. And I don't even know. I mean, there's some comic book company that they're like Epic that I don't know what they've been putting out there. I know they do a lot of stuff with Philippine mythology, but I haven't been able to get any of their books or read them. You know, so I don't know what they've been doing.
I think I have one with me.
Do you really?
Oh, well, I have.
Okay, for those of you who don't know, it's not the weirdest thing about l-boogy. Like, oh yeah, I'm talking about. Oh, I have this. I'm talking about something like obscure. Like, oh yeah, I had that in my bag. I'm like, what the. Do you really have some stuff from Epic Comics?
Oh no, I have one from Nikki So called Rock Mary Rock.
I
thought I had Pedro Penduko. I might have it in my bag.
Okay.
I'm still looking. I have this one though. It's about it's by Nikki So. He's an Asian dude, not Filipino. But it's about this girl who wants to be a guitar player, a rock star. And when she plays her guitar, like a ghost appears, and it's like very.
And then she gets taken to the underworld, and she has to find her grandfather. And...
No, not that, but
okay. So
but
it's not Coco.
Yeah, it's what happens when you awaken a deceased rock star from the 60s.
Oh.
A teenage named Mary discovers a vintage guitar and accidentally awakens the spirit of deceased rock star Rock Maxwell. Now, if Rock and Mary hope to succeed in separating themselves from one another, they need to get on the same wavelength, find out what happens in this journey. Yeah, whatever. But found out what he was all about, and I bought this. But yeah, I thought I had Pedro Penduko, which is a Filipino story. I'm looking still. I don't know if I brought it with me. But yeah, Pedro Penduko. That's a Filipino comic book that they do. That's sort of mythological in sense. Yeah, I don't have it.
Okay. I don't know. I think it might work if they did something with Philippine mythology mixed in with like a intrigue and like a Game of Thrones version. That would be interesting. I mean, again, I'm talking to the someone who's not that familiar with the stuff.
We don't need to be familiar with it. We just need to make it.
Well, that's true. I mean, that is very true. People just get a superficial sense of something, and they can just fictionalize the rest of it.
Yeah.
And if someone has a complaint, he's like, "Well, this is my version."
Yeah.
If you want to do something different, make your own version. That's what.
I mean, I remember seeing one time a Filipino Western. I don't know if it was. I don't think it was any good, but it was a Western Filipino.
Were they like cowboys?
Yeah.
Okay. Were they in the Philippines or in the United States?
Because
I can actually believe it if they were in the United States.
It was in the Philippines, in a way. So, I don't remember what it was. It wasn't any good. But hey, Game of Thrones in the Philippines.
That would be interesting.
It would be.
It'd be worth a try.
It doesn't need to be as epic as Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I know.
It could just be a show.
And even if it was just half as successful, that's still very successful, So, yeah, why not try it? I'm sure someone else has thought of that too. And hope someone gives them a chance to make it a reality.
Yeah. But I'll admit, not Hollywood, the film industry in the Philippines.
Is there a name for it? Like, how that's Bollywood for India?
Yeah, I don't think so.
No?
But the film industry in the Philippines has been taking more and more risks lately.
Well, that's good. I mean, they can't only do the same story so many times. They've been doing it a lot, at least that's my impression. That it's been like basically the same rom-com purgatory for a while. And,
there have been some pretty good movies coming out lately.
Have they done a superhero genre besides just the standard people? Like,
they're working on Darna. It's been in the works for a while. Yeah. I mean, the fact that it's been in the works for a while is giving me sort of hesitation about how good it'll be. I mean, they at one time they had cast Angel Locsin. I don't know if you know who Angel Locsin is.
I know the name.
But then she fell out, and all of a sudden it was Liza Sobrano, or you would know her if you saw her. And then I don't think she's it anymore now. I think it's Nadine Lustre.
Oh,
so it's sort of.
I mean, without even knowing the people, just the fact that it's going through that kind of cycle.
It's getting me
worrisome. Yeah.
Actually, no, I think it still is. I don't know. Like I said, it's been in the works for so long, and so much has happened that it's sort of. I'm worried. So Darna, who is like a Filipino Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm. I actually don't know what her power set is. I mean, I guess it's Wonder Woman, basically, right?
Sort of. They are working on that, and when it comes out in the Philippines, it'll be a big deal. So, but like I said, the production seems to have been having a lot of changes. I don't want to say it's issues or problems, but there's been a lot of changes into production of it all. So, who knows?
Yeah,
who knows?
I just looked up her Wikipedia, Darna. It's like she basically got the same, superhero strength, superhuman strength, flight, resistance to magic, regeneration, telepathy, telekinesis, heat vision, wields indestructible bracelet. So it's Wonder Woman kind of mixed in with a little bit of Superman. Okay. Yeah. I don't know.
We will see. We will watch it when it comes out.
Okay.
And I will let you know if it's good.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for good.
Why isn't there Philippine anime? Is there anime from the Philippines? Like their own version of anime? I know
there is animation.
Yeah.
I don't know if you would call it anime.
Well, anime is Japanese.
I know,
by
yeah. There is Filipino animation.
Is there is it big?
Nah. Not in big in a sense.
I'm saying because we know the culture is very artistic, and a lot of people that do that are a lot of the artists on comic books and other things that are Filipino. I'm sure there's a lot of animators that are Filipino.
So there's animation, but there's not any anything as big as Dragon Ball or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm burping like crazy right now, but I wonder why.
We're going through beers like there's no tomorrow, but whatever. I mean, for other people who are like they're going so slow through these beers, I'm like. Not that I can't drink them. It's a lot of liquid. It's a lot to.
Nothing like anything a huge show that you have to watch. So there's going to be a movie out on Netflix pretty soon that's I want to put you on, but when that comes out, I'll let you know about it.
All right.
So yeah. Let's do a Tagalog word of the day.
Sure. This is a part of our podcast where we educate our listeners in the Filipino language. Neither Boogie nor I are actual native speakers of Filipino or Tagalog. So if we get some aspect of the word incorrect, like its pronunciation, general usage, or some nuance of its meaning, feel free to let us know. But keep in mind that we have said in the past, and we will continue to say in the future, that this is not a knowledge or information-based podcast, nothing educational here. It's just basically a couple guys talking, and we're just doing a little bit to share the culture, the language of the Philippines with you, so that if you're in a social setting and someone uses a word, you actually know what they're talking about, or if you feel brave enough, you can use the word yourself and kind of impress your friends with your knowledge of Filipino, Tagalog, or whatever however you want to put it. But like we said, if you do it wrong, let us know, but be nice about it, because we're just nice people and we don't like harsh criticism. Do you have a word, Boogie?
Let's go with I don't know. Tinapay.
Tinapay?
Tinapay.
Uh-huh.
Kumain mo ang tinapay.
Uh-huh.
Merong tinapay sa kitchen.
Uh-huh.
Ang tinapay. Pandesal tinapay.
It's not even a sentence anymore.
I don't know.
So tinapay, if I'm right, is bread?
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't sure if there's
tinapay.
Anything. Yeah. So let's make tinapay our word of the day. Tinapay.
Remember at the beginning of the podcast when I said drinking doesn't affect me?
Okay. Well, I was honest up front. I thought it does affect me more than it does you.
Well, it doesn't.
Sure. Okay. Tinapay. Whatever that. Fine. Let's just go with tinapay. That'd be great.
We're drinking a 10%er right now. I just want you to know that. This last one we drank was a 10%.
Are we doing the fourth one? Or
no, we're done.
We're done. Okay, because I was gonna. Do I have to pace myself? Although I don't know how you pace yourself when you're gonna drink the fourth one anyway. But.
Make sure you visit our website, www.sini-gang.com.
Or email us at thesini-gang@gmail.com.
Follow us on Twitter at the Sini-Gang.
Find us on facebook.com/thesini-gang. And look for our URL on YouTube. Do a search for www.sini-gang.com. That should take you to our videos. And if you go there, be so kind as to like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Do the bell thing. That'll be awesome. So until next time, this is Turno Supernova.
And this is l-boogy, the Elemental One, saying thanks for listening and see you again now.
We good?
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Come back for our next episode. Till then, take care and God bless.